Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
The great team. Owen! That's going right the way across. Danielson chasing after it. He's a sharp little ball here. Just the goal. Tries a shot! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Yeah, but how about that coolness and confidence, Peter, to see where the keeper was and then produce a beautiful response.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Bellingham. Cross flung, it's a mighty effort! Didn't quite get enough on that.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold. And the ball is out of play. Rijkaard picks it up from the goal kick. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Beraldo did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And the finish! He tried the chip, but it wasn't his best.
There's no doubt he made the right decision, but without the right result.
And the keeper's given it all. There's the shot! He scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. An act of charity gratefully received.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Corinthians are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Rodri has got himself a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Messi! That was travelling. It's a pretty loose pass. Messi. And he's running. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Hakimi. And it's Forlan. Owen. Nice interception, well timed. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Looking for a runner. Pass somewhat off target.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Forlan, knocks it into space. Now there's a find, and Messi! He's got a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And yes, it's him again. So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
And the ball's come loose here. Bellingham. Now it's Forlan. Great vision. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well, the less said about that pass, the better. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? He's beaten the last man. Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Owen. Oh, he's onto this. He's away. Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates.
Danielson! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Makalele powering forward here. Dink through.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Bellingham. And here's Messi. Nakamura. Makalele. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Spread out to the left. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Forlan. Forlan. That is a brilliant interception. And Messi! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos sua atenção para as informações fornecidas pela polícia local no telão. Substituição.
Here we go again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Incoming delivery. They've won a corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Messi goes short. And it's going to be another one. It's their second corner of the game. Messi with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that could set him on his way. And he's onside. Very nicely done. He's got away.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? And it's hoisted clear. And that is expertly dealt with. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that looks a cracking ball.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
He's picked his way through. Shot a goal!
Messi really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Corinthians are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Delicate chip through, and this is Forlan. He's one-on-one! There's the crossfield ball. Danielson is herring after that one. Danielson going face-to-face with his great rival. Tries to pass it through. Danielson. Danielson will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pedri deals with that comfortably. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's clever. That has been knocked clear. The ball is loose. He's having a hit! Pedri too strong for his opponent there. That has not gone well. Gabriel. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Rodri. That has been slung wide. Just about up to 75 minutes. Danielson picks it up out wide. Big chance! He has done it! Quite exquisite, brilliantly dispatched.
Rijkaard simply judged everything beautifully. That takes a lot of training ground practice, and we know what practice can make.
Substituição no time do Corinthians.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
That's the throw.
Substituição no time do Corinthians. Camisa 4, camisa 3. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 13, camisa 27.
Back in possession and ready to go again. Azar. Corinthians finding their passes. And here's the chance to counter. Real chance!
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Thinks one through. He won't be happy with that one. That's good running with the ball. And this is Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Del Piero! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Del Piero actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Played back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
Rodri, out to the left it goes. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, that's fabulous.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Eder Militao trying to keep this in. And this is Messi. Messi! It's loose and there's a... Oh, he's been caught on it here. Chance, surely! Oh, it's hit the post. No, he's not getting his way this time. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Kubo. And here's Mbappe. It's a pretty loose pass. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. The ability to handle the ball in tight spaces, his speed of thought on the turn, his understanding of the landscape around him, the intelligence in reading defensive positioning, all those factors which can make him unplayable when he's truly on song.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Danielson. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Knocks it out wide. And it's Rodri. He won't be happy with that one. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Danielson. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Played into space out wide. Danielson. Oh, such a clever touch. Danielson going face-to-face with his great rival. Opts to play it back. Right card! It's a loose ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Out for a throw. Danielson. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And here's Messi. Gets into some space. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Gravenberg.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Rodri. Gabriel. Over to the other side. Good switch, that. Danielson will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Climbs up big! He's beaten a kick, and he's done it! First blood drawn. Messi duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
Number 11, Lionel Messi.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition. No.
And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, surely that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And now they can clear their lines. And now a sudden chance to counter. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And Del Piero! Wonderful from Del Piero! About as smooth as it gets. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So that's 2 now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Alexander-Arnold. And Gabriel. Danielson. Messi. In with the challenge. Referee has just said play on. Oh, red, nice interception. Nuno Mendes. And Gabriel. Spread out to the left.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Lovely feet. Messi, he's got away. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. Khan will have to save it here or there's real trouble. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Please turn towards
it's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Really has been an astonishing game, peppered with goals. You cannot help feeling that the second half will supply more. And we're off again. That has ended up in no man's land. Vardiol. Gavi. And it's played forward, just eases him off the ball. Pedri. No way through. Nuno Mendes. Danielson chasing after it. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Timber concedes a free kick for that. And he has shown him a yellow card. Alexander-Arnold. Well, already game, set and match, or so it feels. To Danielson.
Might want to be careful there.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all around.
So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Danielson going full steam ahead down the left flank. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, that was coming, Peter. You know, he was on a final warning after all. Well, not the best way to deal with it, but the old threat of pace clearly made him feel a tad uncomfortable.
So, what can they come up with here? And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Well, that is one way to stop him. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Substitutions taking place.
It is another opportunity from a set piece they have here.
Well, distance doesn't dissuade him. He has the requisite power.
Kubo, pass somewhat off target. Nuno Mendes. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, he knows very well that he is already walking a tightrope. He knows what's coming, a second yellow, and he's off. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
Azar. And it's Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's good play from him.
And he's managed to get free. Oh, that's nice. And it's Rijkaard. He's going for goal! And the keeper has done enough. Top stop.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Messi goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Mendy. Gavi. Not the most accurate pass. Messi with 2 goals already to his name. That's a good run down the left. And that has left him in a heap. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Into the arms of the goalkeeper.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up.
Mbappe is herring after that one. "75 minutes played. Threads one in. Hazard in acres of space out wide. Out of play for a throw. Messi. Messi! Relentless! Just relentless! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Look, we can't say that's a surprise, Peter. He knew what the consequences were. He really did.
Martinez and Mendes. Azar knocks it into space, and it's Messi. Messi going face to face with his great rival. He's taking on the lot of them. Chance for a shot! It's in! And this is getting ridiculous, borderline crazy.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. It's Griezmann! No, it's wide. Alexander-Arnold chooses to go crossfield. Gravenberg. Gavi is the guilty party there. And he's going to have his name taken. Well, he caught that pure, but no end product. Oh, no, it's an own goal!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
He's having a hit!
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Alexander-Arnold. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Del Piero is fouled. Oh, no messing about, it is red. The players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Well, they are now a 9-man team.
Substitution.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
He's put his foot right through that one. Timber. Oh, it's gone in!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is. Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
The referee has given a corner.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Alexander-Arnold. Gabriel. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. And we're done. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Messi, totally unstoppable today. Everything he touched turned to goals. And after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.